tonight. This week was marked by several scary incidents involving guns at Maryland schools. 2 teens are now charged after one of them was hit by gunfire during a fight at Blake High School.
And within 24 hours at St. Charles High School, 2 guns were found. Maryland Bureau Chief Brad Bell joining us live now. Brad, you're learning a lot more about how these kids got their hands on these weapons, and it's pretty stunning.
Yeah, well, what happened was they had these incidents in the schools, and the sheriff's department didn't just leave it at that. They got search warrants. They went to the kids' houses, and they found a lot of guns in one house, and in the other house, the ability to make guns.
Just look at what the Charles County Sheriff says his investigators found in the bedrooms of the 2 15-year-old boys accused of bringing guns into St. Charles High School this week. In one house, this collection of weapons, including pistols and an assault rifle, along with ammunition and high-capacity magazines. In the other boy's bedroom, this 3D printer, which the sheriff alleges was used by the teen to build his handgun.
These guns are being manufactured right in their homes of young people who are 15 years old. This is very troubling on many levels.
This gun, the sheriff believes, was built on that 3D printer, was taken from the boy inside St. Charles High School Wednesday. The sheriff says he was carrying it in his waistband. This gun, with a fully loaded extended magazine and modified to fire like a machine gun, was taken from the other student's locker Thursday, prompting an evacuation of the school and a search of the building by police dogs. After the follow-up searches of their homes turned up all the other weapons and the printer, Sheriff Troy Berry decided the community, especially parents, need to know what is happening with guns and young people.
We see these types of situations happening all across the nation in reference to school shootings. This could happen right here in Charles County. And this press conference that's taking place today could have a very more tragic outcome. So we need to do something in the schools, we need to do something in the courts, and we definitely need to do something to mitigate these situations when we find young people not on the right path.
Yeah, so a lot of times when juveniles are involved, we don't get a lot of details, but the sheriff did want to speak out today, as you heard, to let the community, let the parents know exactly what is going on. These kids are being treated as juveniles. They are in the custody of the Department of Juvenile Services. We will never know how their cases end up, but we are told that at this point, they are being detained. Scott?
Yeah, and young, as you pointed out, Brad. So what's the sheriff saying about the parents of these teenagers? Could they face charges as well?
Yeah, they potentially could. So the sheriff's message to parents out there was, look, let this be a lesson. You've got to be more involved, know what your kids are up to. With regard to criminal charges, there's a lot of investigation that needs to go on. In the one house that had multiple weapons, 4 of the guns were in the kids' room. The others were elsewhere in the house. None of them were secured. So Maryland law requires that guns be kept out of the hands of juveniles. So it'll be up to the state's attorney to go through all the evidence once the investigation is completed, and the state's attorney here will make a decision on whether or not the parents are charged. I will say in some prior cases down here, guardians, parents have faced charges when kids have brought guns to school. In La Plata, Brad Bell, 7 News.
All right, Brad, and we're also learning a lot more tonight about what happened when a gun went off at Blake High School on Wednesday. Police say that a 17-year-old named Tariq Wilson brought a gun to school and got into a fight with some other teens. Then they say the gun went off when other kids tried to take it from Wilson. He was driven to the hospital to get treatment for gunshot wounds to his foot and knee. He's now facing multiple gun charges. A 19-year-old is also charged with assault after allegedly picking up the gun and pointing it at a responding police officer. Now, this is the second shooting on a Montgomery County High School campus just this year. A 16-year-old was shot inside of Wooten this February. At a meeting last night, Blake parents called for a change to high school security. Right now, police officers check in at schools daily, but there are no school resource officers who are permanently stationed at each campus.
They're not housed in the building. They don't have the opportunity to make those relationships with the children.
Are you in favor of going back to a school resource officer model?
Folks noted in me in my previous role as the chief of police where I stood and the value of having police officers at our schools.
Montgomery County Council member Andrew Friedson is also urging the council to bring back school resource officers permanently. Friedson actually sent a letter to MCPS and police about this issue days before the shooting at Blake. He wants to bring back SROs and maintain an additional officer to respond to issues at elementary and middle schools.
Public safety and school safety is at the center of everything else. If you don't feel safe, you can't learn. If you don't feel safe, you cannot live in the way in which you deserve to live, and it's our job to make sure that we provide that, and I think ultimately we can.
The council member is formally asking police and the district to develop a strategy to bring back SROs, and you can read the full letter and see all of our reporting on this topic on WJLA.com.